What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to give you 2 exercises that I recommend everybody do if you want to increase your jump height. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you're subscribed to catch all of them. Alright, so when it comes to increasing jump height, there's 2 things that really play a huge role. Number 1, strength turned into power, and then number 2, elasticity. So I'm giving 2 exercises, one for each of those things. So the very first one we're going to start off with is pogos. I love doing pogos. If you watch my videos, you're going to see that I do them a lot, especially as a warm-up or at the start of plyometrics. Now pogos are awesome because they really work on that elasticity, working on the foot and ankle strength, the tendon strength, and that's a huge part of jump height, springiness, power. So you want to make sure you're working on those elements. Now pogos are really cool because you can either do low level plyo, so just pretty low, just bouncy, or you can do more high level pogos where you really go for height. The key to them though is think of this exercise kind of like a spring or like a kangaroo jumping. You notice it's a lot through the ankle and the foot, not necessarily through the hip and the knee. Now your knees are going to bend a little bit as well as your hips just because of the nature of the movement, but you're not really incorporating your muscular strength to drive you up. It's mostly your tendons that's doing the work, which is why this exercise is so important and so great for increasing jump height. So when you see me do pogos or see Spencer do pogos, it's all through that foot and that ankle. So make sure when you're doing it, that's what you're focusing on. You don't want to do it like a vertical jump or a squat jump where you really get low. That's not the point of this exercise. So make sure you're more spring-like, bouncing through your feet, through your ankles, and I think you're really going to notice this exercise help out your jumps. The next set of exercises that I recommend play more in line with strength turned into power. So these are going to be unilateral exercises, whether it's a rear foot elevated split squat, a split squat with a knee drive, a split stance trap bar. Now I know you might be thinking that's not unilateral, but when we put one foot in front of the other in a split stance like with this trap bar, one leg is working more towards lifting than the other one. So in my opinion, it's not technically unilateral, but for the sake of conversation, it's going to apply to this exercise. So when we do unilateral strength, it's great at building symmetry between our legs. A lot of times with bilateral exercises, one leg might be working a little bit more than the other one or just working a little bit differently. But when we do unilateral exercises, each leg has to lift the exact same amount, so they're going to be the same strength. Now when we do this, the key here is angle specificity and speed specificity. Now when we talk about strength, it is a very specific thing. We build strength, how we train strength, where we train strength. So we want to make sure we're training at the angle that we jump at. So what I mean by that is if you watch me do a split stance trap bar, sometimes I put it on some blocks or some steps, so I pull it up at a specific angle, and that angle usually corresponds to the angle that I jump at, either a quarter squat or a half squat, but rarely a full squat, because right now our goal is not full range of motion, it's not to build up that structural tissue and that type of stuff, it's to build specificity to increase our jump height, so you need to train where you jump. So make sure you're angle specific, and that even works with like a rear foot elevated split squat, right? You're not going all the way down, well you could, but stop at a quarter and drive up. That's going to be the key, getting your muscles, your joints used to working and producing power in the angles that you are jumping at. Now the second part of this is speed specificity. When we jump, we load fast and we jump fast. So we need to train that way as well. We can't be going slow and then expect that to transfer over to our jumps, right? If we train slow, we're gonna be slow. So we need to train these fast, which means we're gonna go lower load and higher velocity. So this will apply to anything, even with a trap bar. You can still go heavy with it, but you need your intent to be fast. A lot of times you'll see me doing 90%, 95% 1 rep max, but I'm pulling it with the intent of going fast. And then a lot of times with like a split squat with a knee drive, you see me going as fast as I can with a lighter load. So you need to be training fast. And when we do this, we're gonna be able to allow some of the stretch shortening cycle to help us out. So the goal of these exercises is more muscular strength turned into power, that element, but it's important that we allow our body to use the stretch shortening cycle, the stretch reflex, those elastic components to help us out when we can. So there's lots of other things you guys can be doing and need to be doing, should be doing. So make sure you check out all my other videos, get some exercise ideas, some more methods to try out. But if you're just starting off and you want 2 things to work on, I recommend pogos, and I recommend unilateral exercises that are angle specific and speed specific. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you in the next one.